8 iconic cars, banned in the United States. 1. Porsche 959. This was the most advanced supercar of the 1980s, but it was also made of expensive materials that prevented it from fulfilling DOT requirements. 120 vehicles had to be crash tested before import could be allowed. Porsche simply couldn't afford it. They were already losing $200,000 on each car sold. Bill Gates bought one in 1988, but it was seized by customs. It took 11 years of lobbying for a show or display law to be passed. This 1999 act allows bringing in uncertified cars for display purposes. 2. Land Rover Defender. The Defender was released back in 1983. It was a four-wheel drive off-road vehicle based on the 1948 Land Rover. The Defender was popular in the UK and elsewhere, but it has never been sold in the US. The reason is safety features. The vehicle had no airbags and lacked crash safety. Americans only got the modified 1993 NAS Defender. 3. Volkswagen Type 1. This car is more popularly known as the Beetle. It was extremely popular in the US at one point. You may still see some on the roads, but they are not originals. The Beetle was banned in 1977 for safety reasons. The main problem was its trunk in the front. There was nothing but air to protect the front passengers. Mexico continued to produce modified Beetles until 2004. Most of those you see today are Mexican-made. 4. Alfa Romeo 8C Spider. Alfa Romeo never really took off in America, but in 2008, they offered a limited run of around 100 vehicles. It was the supercar-like 8C Competizione. The Competizione was the hardtop version of the Spider. Nobody knows why the convertible was banned. Moreover, in 2016, it was finally unbanned. It was too late to make a difference though. 5. Pagani Zonda R. The Zonda was an Italian supercar built from 1999 until 2017. A total of 140 cars were produced. They all use a specially engineered Mercedes-AMG V12. It puts out up to 760 horsepower. Each car is handcrafted from carbon fiber and aluminum. The cheapest one costs about $1 million. It looks like the ultimate millionaire's plaything, but alas, Zondas have not been federalized for import. 6. Nissan Skyline R34 GTR. The R34 Skyline was produced from 1999 to 2002. Its popularity was boosted by the Gran Turismo video game. It was also an iconic car in the Fast and Furious franchise. However, R34 cars will only become eligible in 2024. They'll have to be imported from Japan. No R34s were ever made with left-hand drive. 7. Jaguar XJ220. The XJ220 started as a side project among a few engineers. They were all employed by Jaguar, but received no official support. Production was finally approved. Only 281 examples were built between 1992 and 1994. Then turmoil in financial markets killed sales. With so few copies made, crash testing XJ220s would be impossible. You can only import them now under show and display. 8. BMW M3 Sport Evolution 3. The Evo 3 was produced only to satisfy racing regulations. BMW needed to build 5,000 cars under homologation rules. It also subsequently needed a race car to compete in Group A. Ultimately, 600 copies of the Evo 3 were made. None of them were exported to the US. These cars now cost astronomical amounts.